As you might already know, Fields of Mistria revealed their next 2 roadmaps for the game, our 4th major update, and the 1.0 release is on the roadmap. I cannot wait. And this news came out a couple weeks ago. I was in Japan, but ever since I've continued to play the game, and one day I found even more information on 1.0 that I really wanted to share with you. So I figured why not go over everything we know, then also go into some little things that I found out. They are spoilers for the full release. So if you don't want to see that, I'll let you know when I'm about to share it so that you don't have any spoilers until you experience it in the game yourself. So let's first take a look at the roadmap here. Sorry, this is like too much light mode. On their website, you can see all of their roadmaps, and they do say, since Fields of Mystery's launch into early access, your feedback and support have helped us shape the game into something truly special. We're excited to share our plans for Update 4 and give you a first look at our plans for 1.0. Coming early 2026, we're going to be getting the update for the mines. So this is the 4th major update, and it's going to complete the mine story. It's going to introduce a secret bachelorette, and if you've played pretty far into the mines or in the mines at all, you can probably guess who that secret bachelorette is going to be based on if you've unlocked the secret bachelor. So excited to see that storyline unfold. They're also going to be adding new systems like apiaries and terrariums into the game, which I'm also extremely excited for. So this is all coming early 2026, and plus they're always going to be doing the performance improvements, which if you've ever played Fields of Mistria, there are still players who experience some lag and some overload, so the game is still needing to be optimized, especially if they are looking to eventually put this on consoles, because I would be so sad if it doesn't run well on consoles. Can't imagine that they wouldn't want this to be on like Nintendo Switch eventually. They're also talking about in 2026, the date is to be determined. We don't have an official date, and we don't have an official date for Update 4 either. It just says early 2026. So Update 5 will be the 1.0 release. So this is a major update, but it's also finishing the main story of Fields of Mistria, so we are going to be in full release at that point. There's going to be marriage, there's going to be full hearts with every NPC that you can romance. And they did say that we plan to reach 1.0 in about a year. Since then, we've worked hard to consistently release content updates and implement feedback from the community. Taking the time to thoughtfully address that feedback has meant that the development pace has shifted, and now we're planning for 1.0 to arrive in 2026. I think that it's good they didn't put a date to this date. They just gave the year because this gives them the opportunity to push that a little bit, but hopefully to have all of next year to get this game out. And I really, really hope it comes out next year. And I do believe them and trust them because they have been so frequent and so good with the updates they've given throughout early access. And they said that they're ensuring that the full release will meet the level of quality that they envision, while also prioritizing a healthy and realistic pace for their team, which I think is very important. And they also say that they will be releasing post 1.0 updates with additional content and surprises as well, which we all, I think, anticipated that. A lot of people have asked about co-op and things like that. Those are major updates and changes a lot of things about the game. So that might take a couple years, but when it comes to wanting more end game content, maybe wanting more mining, maybe more quests after the main story quests, I think this is what they're talking about with additional content. But I can't wait to see what they have in store because I think they already have tons of ideas. We just don't know them. So early 2026, we're getting the mines update. The secret bachelorette becomes unlockable, and she will have all 8 heart events and dates will be unlocked for her, and we'll also get additional NPC dialogue and schedules throughout the entire game, which they've been doing in most of their updates, which is huge because it just puts so much more care into the game when the characters have different dialogue all the time. The mines and dungeons is the biggest part of this update. The seal quest will become unlockable, so I'm really excited to work on unlocking the next part of the mine. We'll also have the final mines biome unlocked, which I can't wait to see what the theme of that one is. We're also going to get a new spell, which I cannot wait to see what that is, because I've had some different ideas for new spells. And so I just can't wait to see what their ideas are, the people who are making this game and know it the best. And they're going to have new monsters in these mines. And then that mine storyline will be completable. So this is all the early 2026 stuff. We'll also have a Lost and Found town repair quest. So we're also getting a town repair quest. That's huge because that means there's going to be so much to work on in this 4th major update, which is going to hold us over a while, I believe, for 1.0. There will also be additional requests added to the request board and additional museum sets and rewards, additional skill perks, pet appearances, which I'm curious about what those pet appearances will be. Maybe it will be some other type of pet other than cats and dogs, or maybe that just means different patterns or colors for pets. But we also are getting new cosmetics, furniture, and decor. And like I said earlier, the apiaries, terrariums. Also, we're getting item processors. I'm excited because I think that means we'll be able to have those processors on our farm, plus new bugs and fish, which means that goes in line with the museum rewards and sets as well, which I'll be excited for. And then 1.0, this is what we know. Besides, don't forget, there's some top secret information that I found that I want to share at the end. This is TBD 2026. We are going to have 10 hearts with the NPCs. We're going to have 10 hearts and wedding events for romanceable NPCs, which I'm so excited. Plus children, marriage and children. I can't wait to see what they do with that. And I hope that is something that they expand on and they do a lot with the marriage and children. I hope that they just do something unique with that and they have different dialogue and maybe quests just for improving your relationship with your spouse in the game. Like, I would really like to see some of that continue after you're married to the person you choose. There's going to be additional Saturday market vendors, which I found out who they are, and I'm going to show you soon. So if you don't want to know, then you should not watch the part when I tell you not to watch the part. We're also getting additional dungeon quests, dungeon rewards. We'll have renown will be capped to 100, and we'll have additional town repair quest line events. So that says events. So we're going to have multiple town repairs to work on, which I'm very, very excited for because they add a lot of grinding and gameplay, and I find them very enjoyable to work on and to see how the story unfolds. We'll also have additional requests to the request board as usual, museum sets, and the town repair storyline will be completely completable, which is the main storyline. We also have all of these things. The biggest part is the achievements, localization languages. Other people with other languages will get to experience this game, which will be so good, and just balancing and optimization. But how did I find out who these mysterious new vendors are? I just stumbled across it on the wiki. I was working on my last video and I was on the Fields of Mistria wiki to look up the festivals. So when you go to festivals, you'll see, or many other pages, you'll see possible spoiler, but this one says unreleased content. So when I'm scrolling down here, I see all these little blocked off things. So if you don't want to know what the next festivals are, then do not watch this anymore. Click off. Goodbye. But if you want to know, I'm going to tell you. So I don't even know if this is legit. I don't know if this wiki is absolutely official, but I don't know who uploaded this on here. It says this page contains information that was obtained via data mining and is not yet implemented in the game. This is considered spoilers. View at your own discretion. And I have no discretion. I mean, I do, but I didn't care. So anyway, I click it. We're going to be getting a cooking contest, apparently, on the 24th of spring. We're going to get a beach day in summer for a new festival, as well as a crop festival, a Halloween festival in fall, a gift festival in winter, and a New Year's Eve festival in winter. So that means there's 3 festivals in summer and winter, and fall and spring have 2 each. Now, when you click on these, it says event location unknown, dates. It has the date, but it doesn't have any more information that you can access or any images. But what's different is when you scroll down here, it tells you the townsfolk's birthdays. And I saw there was more blocked off stuff. And so I decided to click on those, and I'm like, oh, it's Caldaris. I already know about him. And I clicked this one. I'm like, who is this? Zorel? Who is that? You know? So it does tell you a little more information here. This is going to be the music vendor. So I'm so curious about that. And she has a birthday listed as summer 23. I just wonder what kind of item she's going to sell and what that really means. Does it have to do with the animals? Because I know there's music that plays when they get auto pet. Does it, like, what kind of things is she selling? I'm so curious about that. Or is it music that you can change on your farm? Like, I have no idea. I feel like the possibilities can be endless with that because they can always add more later. Then we have the priestess. She is single. This is our bachelorette. Obviously, if you guys didn't know, she's going to be our next romanceable character that's revealed in the 4th major update. And it says her birthday is winter 2. I can't wait to see if her character portrait will change like Caldaris's did, or if she will stay the same. I wonder if she'll be in color. I wonder if she'll have a different look at all. I don't know. We don't know that yet, but we do know the other vendor that is coming to the Saturday market, and this is a fortune-telling vendor, and I am obsessed with his look. I think he is so cool, and his name is Stillwell, and he has like this gothic look, and I just love it. I honestly love his look even more than Baylor's because he just looks like kind of sassy, sad boy. I don't know. I love him. Don't believe any of the vendors will be romanceable, but he does have a birthday, winter 27, and he's just a super cool character portrait. And I cannot wait to see if they'll add any more NPCs ever in the future or what our kids will look like. But I just love that character portrait so much. I tried to, click through to see if there was anything else I was missing because these characters aren't listed here. We have the priestess and we have Caldaris, but, well, I always figured that these were just pictures of Caldaris and the priestess. That character portrait doesn't have his horns. That doesn't have his horns. Oh, this one's Caldaris. Yes, okay, so this one's Caldaris, has the horns, and this one's the priestess then? So I think she is gonna have a different look then, actually. Okay, I confused myself. But yeah, be sure to look around and see if you can find anything more on the wiki if you're curious. I did click through and I didn't think I was finding anything, just different stuff like that. But that was the only page I found this information on. And if you're as excited as I am about Fields of Mistria, then make sure to subscribe to my channel because I'll definitely be covering more information as we find out about the 4th major update and 1.0. So make sure you subscribe. I do a lot of short form content also on this and on my TikTok. So be sure to follow it there. And I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe you learned something else, or maybe everybody already saw these and I'm the only one. But I can't believe that. I think that maybe I introduced these vendors to some new people too. So hopefully, I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Bye.